is global poverty? Poverty is most commonly defined by economic standards based on income levels and access to basic human necessities such as food, water, and shelter. Poverty is often described with a scale ranging from extreme to moderate levels. The internationally agreed upon measurement of extreme poverty currently lies at $1.25 a day, with the next lowest measure of poverty standing at $2 a day. What countries have global poverty extremely affected? 2016. Global poverty has mostly affected the Democratic Republic of the Congo since 2010. The Second Congo War, beginning in 1998, has devastated the country. The war, that involves at least 7 foreign armies, is the deadliest conflict in the world since World War II. By 2008, the Second Congo War and its aftermath had killed 5.4 million people. Liberia Liberia was founded and colonized by freed slaves from America. In 1980, the president of Liberia was overthrown and a period of instability and civil war followed. Today, Liberia is recovering from the lingering effects of the civil war and related economic dislocation, with about 85% of the population lives below $1 a day. Almost half the world, over 3 billion people, live on less than $2.50 a day. The GDP, gross domestic product, of the 41 heavily in-debt poor countries, which is 567 million people, is less than the wealth of the world's 7 richest people combined. Nearly a billion people entered the 21st century unable to read a book or sign their own names. Less than 1% of what the world spent every year on weapons was needed to put every child into school by the year 2000. And yet, it didn't happen. 1 billion children live in poverty. So 1 in 2 children in the world. 640 million live without adequate shelter. 400 million have no access to safe water. 270 million have no access to health services. 10.6 million died in 2003 before they reached the age of 5, or roughly 29,000 children per day. How many people are affected by this issue? 70% of the world's poorest people live in rural areas and depend on agriculture and related activities for their livelihood. 50% of hungry people are farming families in each region in which we work. 663 million people lack access to clean water. 2.4 billion people do not have adequate sanitation. Each day, nearly 1,000 children die due to preventable water and sanitation-related diarrheal diseases. When people live in extreme poverty, the whole world suffers. Extreme poverty endangers global public health, prevents children from going to school, and spreads hopelessness and despair. We all have an obligation to combat it. As a member of Congress, I know that ending global poverty is a challenge that every nation needs to meet. This was said by U.S. Congressman Barbara Lee. What is Canada doing to prevent poverty? Despite our standing commitment, Canada's target has yet to be met. In fact, we have not committed to a plan that would see our international aid increase in any way. We're currently giving only 0.3% of our national income to development aid, less than half of the 0.7% we keep promising. This is by MakePovertyHistory.ca. Is global poverty too big of a problem to address? In the case of poverty, no action is too small to make a lasting impact. Something small, such as installing a well in an impoverished village, can improve the lives of hundreds of people by reducing illnesses caused by dehydration and poor sanitation, and creating a source of water for crops to grow. Is global poverty too big of a problem to address? In the case of poverty, no action is too small to make a lasting impact. Something small, such as installing a well in an impoverished village, can improve the lives of hundreds of people by reducing illnesses caused by dehydration and poor sanitation, and creating a source of water for crops to grow.